Honey, I dash, got it on, smash.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment. This type of a game, for all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Switch up.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
30 base. Look at me. Go. Check. Lucky. Go out.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Go. Check 43. Check 3. Hey, Sam on. Yes.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready to break. Hey, 50. Hey, nice 7. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Max 50. 80 weapons. Look, squeeze. Check 3. Hey, Wahoo.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And an alley to run. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Earl Thomas in on the stop. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the out. Watch the out. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. Caught by Jones. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 34.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Charlie. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Dolphins have got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he can't get away. Gurley couldn't escape it. And that's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go. 56.
Now this time, Allen will throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Allen. And that's caught by Smith. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Melvin Ingram just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Allen complete. Richardson has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Yo.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Allen now to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Third down here.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Hey, lock it. Alert flare. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 3. Sponge. Topper. Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Hey, orbit. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. I got it. My 50.
3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. And he connects with Ertz. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Recon, 132 fighter. Hut. Under 10, under 10, there, get it.
Here's Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Jim, you draw Corker. Ready, go. Snap.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is McSorley. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's McSorley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check, 93 is the mic, 93 is the mic.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's complete to Smith. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen looking in zone for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Go!
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Leo!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. 60 or.
Watch the run.
Yep. Hard.
Check it back.
Shoot.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Marks over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch the eye. Look at me. Score.
They try right side here. Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Again, they run with Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Allen going to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Hey, tight. Get into a motion man. Mike, check 30. Hey, Delta. Come on.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And that pitch just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Todd Gurley. with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A toss play, Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw, it's Allen. Complete to Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. On first down, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Let's go. Check. Round 80. Ricky. Middle. Check. Fresno. That's them. Fresno.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up second and 11 at the 6-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Get ready. Ready.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.